Adolf Hitler was born on April 20, 1889, in Braunau am Inn, Austria-Hungary. He moved to Germany in 1913 and served in the German army during World War I. After the war, Hitler joined the German Workers' Party, which later became the National Socialist German Workers' Party, NSDAP or Nazi Party. He quickly rose to prominence in the party and became its leader in 1921. Adolf Hitler's rise to power in Germany can be attributed to a combination of factors, including his powerful oratory skills, his ability to tap into the German people's dissatisfaction with the existing political system, and the economic and social upheaval that Germany experienced in the aftermath of World War I. One of the key factors in Hitler's rise to power was his ability to appeal to the German people's sense of nationalism and pride. He promised to restore Germany to its former glory and make it a world power again, which resonated with many Germans who felt humiliated by their country's defeat in World War I and the harsh terms of the Treaty of Versailles. Another factor was the Great Depression, which hit Germany particularly hard in the early 1930s. Millions of Germans were unemployed, and the existing political parties seemed unable to address their concerns. Hitler capitalized on this by promising to create jobs and rebuild the German economy. Hitler also used propaganda and his powerful oratory skills to spread his message and gain support. He created a cult of personality around himself and portrayed himself as a savior of the German people. Furthermore, Hitler's rise to power was facilitated by the weakness of the existing political system in Germany. The Weimar Republic was seen by many Germans as weak and ineffective, and Hitler was able to exploit this perception to gain support. Finally, Hitler was able to use violence and intimidation to silence his opponents and consolidate his power. He created the Gestapo, a secret police force that was responsible for suppressing dissent and enforcing Nazi policies. In summary, Hitler's rise to power was the result of a combination of factors, including his ability to appeal to the German people's nationalism and pride, the economic and social upheaval of the time, the weakness of the existing political system, his powerful propaganda machine, and his willingness to use violence and intimidation to silence his opponents. Under Hitler's leadership, Germany embarked on a massive military expansion and started World War II by invading Poland in September 1939. Hitler's brutal policies led to the persecution and murder of millions of people, including 6 million Jews in the Holocaust. In 1945, Allied forces invaded Germany, and Hitler retreated to his bunker in Berlin. As the war came to an end, Hitler realized that he was facing defeat and decided to take his own life. On April 30, 1945, Hitler shot himself in the head while his wife, Eva Braun, bit into a cyanide capsule. Their bodies were then burned in the bunker's courtyard. The news of Hitler's death was announced by his successor, Admiral Karl Donitz, and the war in Europe officially ended on May 8, 1945. Hitler's legacy is one of terror, genocide, and destruction, and his name continues to be synonymous with evil. Adolf Hitler was a cruel man. His policies and actions led to the deaths of millions of people, including 6 million Jews in the Holocaust. Hitler was responsible for initiating World War II, which caused the deaths of an estimated 70 million people worldwide. Hitler's ideology was based on extreme nationalism and racial purity, which led to the persecution and murder of millions of people who did not fit his vision of a perfect society. He believed that certain groups of people, such as Jews, Roma, homosexuals, and people with disabilities, were inferior and should be eliminated from society. Under Hitler's leadership, the Nazi regime implemented policies that were designed to dehumanize and terrorize those who were considered undesirable. These policies included concentration camps, where prisoners were subjected to forced labor, torture, and often death. Hitler was also responsible for the creation of the Gestapo, the secret police force that was used to suppress dissent and enforce Nazi policies. The Gestapo was known for its brutality and ruthlessness, and its agents had virtually unlimited power to arrest, detain, and interrogate anyone suspected of opposing the regime. In summary, Hitler's policies and actions were characterized by cruelty, violence, and an utter disregard for human life. His legacy is one of terror and genocide, and he is rightly regarded as one of the most evil figures in modern history.